Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Yes, sorry, lost you there for a moment. Anyway, I wanted to discuss something that years of what people know about diabetes. And it's, that type of diabetes is only in children. Yes. Well, you're an adult. You should have diabetes by now. And I really just want to look at them and say, it doesn't disappear. It's not miraculously, the next day, things are perfect. It would be nice, but it doesn't work that way. We don't also progress into type 2. Once you have type 1, you're a type 1er. Hey. Now, it really makes me wonder if they cure type 1 diabetes. This is just an aside. We all possibly grow, not all, but majority of us grow into a type 2. Not grow in, but grow, I mean by size. Anyway, I have a personal story about this. I was taken to the hospital into emergency, and my doctor got a report back. This was years ago, and it's saying, Mr. Stewart, blah, 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 and he's taking too much insulin, and we should find other treatments than taking insulin, because the insulin is causing him to go low. And I do know that there are many different treatments for type 2. And my doctor looked at me and said, what is he talking about? You're type 1. And I had known since I grown up that I was always a type 1. But they seem to think that we don't grow up. Yes by size, yes by age, makes us a type 2. And I really I never saw this doctor again, but it was like his whole care of me was all about me being a type 2. And while I was there, he said, no insulin, he doesn't need insulin, we'll just have to watch what he eats. And I kept going, excuse me, can I have insulin? No, you don't need insulin. You won't need insulin ever again. And I thought that was a little strange, but so this goes back to even doctors are just assuming for what they see is that's got to be correct. And if you ever have to go to emergencies the way you are, try to have your plan with you. Show that you are a type 1. I know now that my bracelet and my watch and where is it here? My little medallion is all saying I'm a diabetic type 1. But he knew better. And so often we're always assumed being type 2. Now, diabetes type 2 is going rampant. And there is an increase on type 1 as well. So, we have to kind of always stipulate what we have. If you're ever, as I was started to say earlier, if you ever go to a hospital emergency room, make sure you make it clear that you are a type 1 if you are a type 1, and a type 2 if you are a type 2. Or type 2 on insulin. But if you get any sort of vibe that someone in the chain of command in the hospital has suggested that you are not a type 1, you need to clear it up pretty quickly. Sorry, I have an itchy nose again. Now, if I was staying there longer, he kept me there 2 days, no, it was a night, I guess. And when his shift was over, the new doctor kind of just sent me away. Or not sent me away, but discharged me. And I think we have to, every chance we get for medical treatment, whether you're going to a specialist for the first time, you make it clear that you are a type 1. Should be quite easy to do in reality, but there was such a rigmarole in the hospital about, well, was he a type 1 or is he a type 2? Well, they did a blood test on me, and I think they called this C-peptide. I believe it was a C-peptide test. Don't quote me, I may be wrong. But they were able to show that I was a type 1 and I needed insulin. And from this day on, every time I go back, if I have the same sort of questions about, and have you thought about reducing your diet? Why? And it would be, well, your size, and you'll be able to cure your diabetes, or your body's insulin will be able to control things. And I look at them and I say, no, it won't. And I've even been told, oh, well, you don't have to be so negative. Have you tried? And say, I'm a type 1. No, it says here you're a type 2. I said, no, I'm not. I'm a type 1. So, I think so often, type 1 for years has been called juvenile or child onset. But hell, what do they think happens to all these type 1s that grow up? Well, as I've said before, I'm lucky that now most of the endocrinologists, actually I think all of them now, that work out of Royal Columbian know me. And they know what we've gone through. And even my personal endocrinologist has stood up for me. It's, and even the ones that aren't mine, when I go in to emergency and they want to have the endocrinologist come down and see me, I could get whoever is the on-call one for that week. And there's a few that are saying, no, this isn't right. And so, if you get someone saying that you are not a type 1 and you are a type 1, or you're a type 2 and you say you're a type 1, just stand up and say, no, I'm a type 1. They've done the C-peptide test, my endocrinologist. So, take care, and it was just a thought that came to my mind. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.